Bud beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So, yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that hot guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo.
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford. He's
Like a weight classes.
the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The long-awaited face-off between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford finally unfolded during a high-stakes press tour ahead of their blockbuster super middleweight clash set for September 13, 2025, in Las Vegas. This dramatic encounter took place during the Riyadh season press events, where both fighters stood toe-to-toe under the intense glare of global media. They exchanged piercing stares and confident remarks, setting the stage for what promises to be a historic battle. Canelo's unwavering intensity met Crawford's composed resolve, each man reflecting the clash of styles and legacies to come. Billed as the fight of the century, this showdown unites two pound-for-pound greats in a quest for undisputed super middleweight dominance.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't.
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO. He just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Canelo Alvarez, a celebrated Mexican boxer, is a four-division world champion and the current undisputed super middleweight title holder. Known for his powerful punches, sharp defense, and adaptability, Canelo has defeated some of the sport's top names, firmly establishing his legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats.
You fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No,
What do you
I
think
think
was?
he's one. Tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Terence Crawford, hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion with titles in lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Celebrated for his switch-hitting style, high ring IQ, and knockout power, Crawford became the undisputed welterweight champion after a dominant win over Errol Spence.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right, Crawford, pound for pound number 1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Alvarez remains a dominant force in the super middleweight division, holding a professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 knockouts. A champion in 4 weight classes: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight. He made history in 2021 by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind.
Standing 5 feet 8 inches and aged 34, Alvarez blends power, agility, and experience to remain a formidable opponent. His recent unanimous decision victory over William Skull in May 2025 reaffirmed his elite status. Despite rising challenges from younger contenders, Alvarez's technical mastery and exceptional ring IQ continue to distinguish him as one of boxing's finest.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford stressed that physical size isn't the deciding factor in his clash with Canelo. He pointed out that both fighters stand 5 feet 8 inches, with Crawford even having a longer reach. "He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy," Crawford said. "I'm 5 feet 8 inches, and my arms are longer than his." He rejected the idea of a significant size mismatch, noting that the real difference lies in their weight class histories. While Crawford has climbed steadily from lightweight to light middleweight, Canelo has competed as high as light heavyweight, giving him more experience at heavier weights, but not necessarily a physical advantage.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure, going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford. He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6, if you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. But a guy who has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Initially dismissive of a bout with Crawford, Canelo later softened his stance, stating he's open to any fight that makes sense financially and enhances his legacy. Terence Crawford, meanwhile, chose not to take a tune-up fight before stepping up to 168 pounds to face Canelo, a decision many view as risky. Moving up in weight is already a major challenge, and doing so without a warm-up against a top-tier opponent like Canelo only increases the difficulty. Analysts argue that Crawford may struggle at super middleweight, particularly against someone as experienced and skilled as Canelo. Critics suggest the fight is driven more by financial incentives than competitive merit, with Crawford potentially jeopardizing his legacy. The prevailing opinion is that Crawford's odds are slim, framing the bout more as a spectacle than a sporting showdown.
How was Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri, the speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length. It is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.
In a light-hearted moment, Canelo reportedly referred to his potential clash with Crawford as easy money, alluding to a possible $150 million payday. This massive financial incentive is a driving force behind both fighters considering the bout, elevating it to megafight status due to their star power and accomplished legacies. However, Crawford fired back at the skepticism surrounding his move to 168 pounds. He acknowledged critics who claim he'll struggle at the higher weight, but reminded them that Canelo also moved up and lost, while he moved up and won. Crawford sees this as proof of his ability to adapt and rise to challenges. Confident in his skill and determination, he believes he can once again defy expectations and silence those who doubt his chances against Canelo at super middleweight.
He talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Would you put a rehydration on?
I don't like to talk about other fights.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see. You understand that?
It's not the same happened.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened.
It happened.
And same happened with the video.
It happened. I think it happened.
And with Throw, with Mayweather, with Toro.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go for 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. If they're taking belts away from you, 175, you got benefits, you got morale, you got
If I go 175,
that would be the first one. And then you can look around and see what's out there.
and then
Would you make a Crawford performance against Matchbox?
I think he knows why he make a good fight. For me, I think the fight holder or draw would be the other side.
You've been saying your name a lot all week.
Yeah, because he want to set the fight. They don't talk about me.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past you told me no.
The money is right.
Money's got to be big.
I don't like fighting.
You want to stay 160 or 175?
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Terence Crawford acknowledged that a potential clash with Canelo Alvarez would be the biggest fight of his career. Speaking openly, he admitted the stakes go beyond legacy. Money now plays a major role in his decision-making. After achieving undisputed championships across 4 weight classes and reaching global fame, Crawford said he's at a point where financial reward is just as important as legacy. Earlier in his career, his motivations were driven purely by competition and proving himself. Now, as he weighs the risks and rewards of stepping into the ring with a superstar like Canelo, The promise of a massive payday is a key motivator. Despite the challenge of moving up in weight, Crawford recognizes what's at stake, both for his place in boxing history and for his long-term financial security. He expressed genuine excitement about the bout, comparing it to his earlier desire to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Nothing.
No.
You just need, like, dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like, at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I get excited when, I don't know why, I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited, like, man, I'm gonna be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because...
Is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my eyes on it.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas offers a nuanced take on the highly anticipated clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. While he acknowledges Canelo's impressive resume and enduring skill, Atlas believes Crawford is in a league of his own, real special. He notes that Alvarez, though still dangerous, no longer displays the same dominance he once had, citing a noticeable decline in explosiveness and overall sharpness. In contrast, Crawford continues to operate at an elite level, showcasing exceptional speed, precision, and tactical versatility. According to Atlas, these qualities give Crawford a distinct edge and reinforce his standing as one of boxing's most complete fighters.
Come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beat? He unified the. What was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter. Then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. There's a tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after the Madrimore fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who has shared the ring with both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offers a unique insight into their potential showdown. While recognizing Canelo's formidable punching power, Khan highlights Crawford's superior ring IQ, movement, and speed as potential game changers. He points out Crawford's remarkable ability to make opponents miss and counter with precision, even against top-level competition. Khan believes that Crawford's adaptability and tactical intelligence will allow him to effectively neutralize Canelo's strength and experience, giving him a real chance to win the bout.
Well, it could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford, but from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tighter and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
Terence Crawford sees the fight as the biggest opportunity of his career, recognizing Canelo Alvarez as the current face of boxing. He's eager to showcase his talent on such a massive stage, with full confidence in his ability to rise to the moment and further solidify his legacy. Meanwhile, Canelo hopes Crawford enters the ring with a mindset focused on delivering an entertaining fight. Reflecting on his bout with William Skull, Canelo voiced frustration with opponents who only aim to survive. He believes fans deserve a true battle and expects Crawford to engage fully, making the showdown a memorable spectacle.
A mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. We need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box
I
the
hope not.
outside?
I hope not because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we think it's definitely good.
Who takes the win? Canelo's power or Crawford's ring IQ? Share your prediction in the comments below.